painter born Hans Hemi Hansen, 7 August 1967, and died at 30 April 1956, was a German-Danish painter and printmaker. He was one of the first Expressionists, a member of Die Brooks, and was one of the first oil painting and watercolor painter of the early 20th century to explore color. He is known for his brushwork and expansive choice of color. Golden yellow and deep red appear frequently in his work, giving luminous quality to overweight somber tone. His watercolor include vivid bronzing, stormscapes, and brilliant flora. The artwork dance around the golden cave was masterful, created by Eminolder in the year 1910. It is an oil on canvas piece, Missouri 88 by 105.5 centimeter, and proudly display the hallmark of the Expressionist movement. This symbol painting resides in the Neue Pinakothek in Munich, Germany, and present viewer with a vivid and emotional portrayal of the historical narrative. In the artwork, a center of movement and dynamic expansive are palpable. Eminolder used intense bold, push and loose figures, brushstrokes typical of expressionist works to convey raw emotion and energy. The figures depicted are aggregate in a dance. Their bodies depicted with aggregated posture and gesture, an embodiment of reverie or worship. The golden tone in the background alongside the title suggests that the dance centre around the biblical tale of the golden cave, a subject highlighting themes of idolatry and religion. Therefore, the absence of the clear depiction of the cave suggests that North's focus is more on the emotional and spiritual stage of detail. The use of color and form conveys the quoting and intoxicating atmosphere of the event, um, inviting the viewer to concede the deeper symbolic meanings associating with the moment of human passion and abandon.
One artwork, Blue Horse, is an oil painting by Frank Sma, complete in 1911. It is one of the painter's most famous work and is part of the collection of the Stedelijk Gallery in Lembacher in Munich. The painting was part of several exhibitions that Frank Sma and Florentian painter Wesley Kandinsky presented to the public under the name Der Blau, later from late 1911 until 1940. Formalistic and content. Almost the entire height of the portrait format painting is taken up by a fool painted in blue, facing the viewer and tilting its head slightly to one side. The upper body is light blue with white spots, while the horse and mane are painted in dark navy blue. The landscape in which the fool is shown is dominated by strong contrast of complementary colors, some of which are sharply symmetrical from one another. The foreground is in vermilion and light green and strong dark green. Brushstroke indicated vegetation The highly landscape in the background changed from carmine to yellow, violet and blue to orange at the top of the picture. The blue color of the horse represents peace and calm state of mind that Mark would have had when drawing it. Blue horses are symbolically bound to certain of the originating conception of the contemporaneous Blue Rider group. In the symbolic of the horse as a ritual of breakthrough in emphasis on the spirituality of the color blue, and in the idea of spirituality battling material, Mark used the blue horse motif again in several of his paintings in the following year from 1911 to 1914. Style and characteristic of movement. Expressionism, artistic style in which the artist seeks to depict not objective reality but rather the subjective emotion and responses the objects and even aroused within a person. The artist accomplishes this aim through illustration, exaggeration, primitivism, and fantasy, and through vivid, jarring, violent, or dynamic application of formal elements. In a broader sense, Expressionism is one of the main currents of art in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, and its qualities of highly subjective, personal, spontaneous self-expressionism are typical of a wide range of modern artists and art movement. Expressionism can also be seen as a prominent tendency in Germany and Nordic art from at least the European Middle Age, particularly in times of social change or spiritual crisis, and in this sense, it forms the converse of the rationalist and classicist tendencies of Italy and later of France.